Alright, if you guys are just gonna watch and not say shit, I'm going to do a type lag. I do not have an issue with doing that, but definitely not gonna stay on here while you guys are hearing me breathe. Hey Anila, I'm good, boo. How are you? Girl, I was dying last night. You know what's so funny? That I've been thinking, like, I've been needing more friends that be up late, right? Because I be up late. And sometimes I be brainstorming and shit like that. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, right, Anila's awake. Jess be up late too. Hey, Jess. Just I was fucking fighting with ChatGPT yesterday. I'm gonna do my own shit. It was just not doing what it needed to do. So I figure I'm just gonna do it myself. I just have to like. You ever have an idea in your head and you just gotta put it like I know how to draw it out, and I have to draw it out, and then just like go from there. I was fighting with that shit late as fuck. Where are my pictures at? That's not what I want. Wait, what the fuck is going on? I gotta catch up on my. I've been watching the Spanish novela, basically a soap opera. Um, it was just weird. Like I'm just like, what are you doing? Sometimes you just gotta start fresh with it. Like just be like, let's come back the next day. Mm, all right, Jess, you could post it. Why isn't this? Okay, whatever. All right, let's see. Use this deck over here. You know what? No, I'm actually gonna use this one. does Jay feel about Jess? Give me a second, Jess. All right, let's see. What are Jay's feelings towards Jess? You have this deck, Anila? That's way too many cards at once. The moon, okay. Yeah, it's really soft too. It's easy to shuffle. The Five of Wands, the Ten of Swords. How are you feeling? The Ace of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. The Seven of Cups with the Justice. The King of Swords. He's like analyzing a lot, and I feel like I honestly, I'm not gonna, I feel like he's not in the best energy is what I'm gonna say, but it's coming in from like his logical standpoint. So with the moon, you know, obviously this talks about fears, and I feel like his fear right now is that the Two of Wands reversed, that you're not like wanting him. um it feels like, give me a second. um it's like a very pessimistic energy, like a very like, I feel like with the Five of Wands, he feels misunderstood, but it's like, how can you feel misunderstood when you're not even, you're doing the most random shit? Like, you know, I feel like that's where he's at in a sense, like right now. The Ten of Swords for me almost feels like an ending, but at the same time, yeah, his energy is like, he's conflicted. I'm gonna say he's conflicted. I feel like he's in one of those things where he's overthinking, he's overanalyzing, he's like, 1 minute he's like, no, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, this is gonna work, and then it's like, why would she even be waiting for me? Like, I'm such a jerk. Why would I even why would she even give me any attention, right? Is how he's feeling. And he's almost like, with the Ten of Swords, it's like he knows that he did this to himself, right? He's very aware that it's not you, that it's him. And I keep getting that for him recently. Like, he's kind of like, in a way, I would say not kind of, but in a way it's like he is taking accountability for why things are the way they are. And with the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, it's almost like he's afraid that you're looking towards a new opportunity. um he knows he was the runner, because you could see it right here, and then like she's just there like, stop. She is like, he has these guards, or like he had his guards up, his guard up when it came to the connection, and then let that kind of like he let that kind of ruin things, is what I'm gonna say. He let that ruin things. And yeah, so like this is where he's at, like he's still guarded, like there's still fears. It's like caution. If you see, like he has like caution right here, there's like a little caution. um Then you have the Seven of Cups with the Justice. So he's thinking. So now he's like, let me, again, like I said, he's in this energy where he's over analyzing. And he will find balance because the Justice card is here. But this is the thing, you know, cause and effect goes both ways. Like, if you're going to stay in a pessimistic energy, you're going to keep finding that. You're going to keep finding yourself in your thoughts. They're not going to be the best. Or, like, you know, I have to get out of there. Like, I have to get out of this. And if you see, like, there's confusion. It's almost like, it's like scribble scrabble. So he can't make a clear decision, or he can't make, things don't feel clear to him, even though the Justice card is here. So I do feel like he will find balance. And then you have the King of Swords, which he is again over analyzing. Like he's playing a game, but you know, it's chess. And chess takes more, I would say, concentration. So he is still focused on you. I feel like right now is like, he is going to be in this energy where he's going to be more like concentrating more on like, what's my next step. And that's what I'm getting from him. So it's like, yeah, it's cloudy right now, but he will be entering a phase, or like he's soon entering that, where I wouldn't want to call it a phase, but entering an energy where he's like, okay, I know what my next step is. But you know, he has to, again, with chess, you have to kind of like take your time, because the wrong move kind of just fucks everything up. Let's see, how are you feeling? All right, the Six of Wands. Anything? Okay. Six of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. See, he's going back and forth. One minute he's like, yes, like I got this. Like I'm gonna be able to do this. And then the next minute he's like, fuck, I'm confused. I'm confused. And it's mentally. He's confused mentally. It's not even like, I'm just getting mentally. He's like, fuck, what am I doing? So it's like almost like he has to stay in that, like, right now what he's needing to do is stay in the energy of like taking the next step, or like just doing it, because I feel like if he prolongs it, it just causes more, yeah, like the Four of Pentacles, holding back. So I'm seeing, like I said, it's like analyzing what his next move is, but still being confused, holding back. But also he hasn't let you go, just because for me the Four of Pentacles always, for the Four of Coins always talks about like, I'm holding on to this. Like, you see how, like, you know, the backpack is supposed to be in your back, right? He has his backpack in front of him because he's like, I'm like not fucking losing this. Like, I have to make sure that this is with me at all times. I can't lose this. I can't let someone else have it. Possibly, like, you know, go in my bag before I even get to it. So that's where I see his energy right now when it comes to you, like his feelings. A lot of analyzing and confusion. Like the Empress, because he's not feeling secure. He's not feeling secure. You're welcome. I'm hot as fuck right now. Yeah, I got these from, I want to say Shein. Can you hear me? All right, you can post your question, Jess. All right, let's see what's coming first. stress. It's too many cards. It's coming for stress. The Ace of Wands. The Four of Wands. The Eight of Wands, the Judgment. I see you kind of working on something new, like a new project. I'm getting like you're creating something new. Yeah, like you're creating something new that's gonna bring you like good news. Like you're gonna that you're gonna celebrate with the Four Wands being here. This feels like an accomplishment that's like really huge though. It doesn't feel like a small accomplishment. It feels like something huge, something that is girl, what the fuck? Sorry, my bad. Something that's, again, it's an accomplishment. It's not something small, it's something huge. And I kind of see you celebrating with like, this could be friends or family. This could even be like online, because I'm getting a lot of like online vibes. With the Eight of Wands, I'm also, for whatever reason, I'm feeling like I'm seeing like not necessarily a vision board, but I think that you, maybe this is something you have to do or you're gonna do. Like just getting, even if it's just writing it in a book and being like, okay, these are my, at least for now, these are my, you know, goals, or like what I want to manifest this year, what I want to focus on. I'm seeing that. And the Judgment here, it tells me that, like, I want to clarify the Judgment actually. And I see you like, as you're like, you have your little notes up, right? It's almost like you have a board up and you're like, okay, you see he scratched this off, so there you go. But you're kind of like, um you're having fun in between, because you see like he's playing that game, so you're having fun in between. So that is definitely something I see coming up. Clarify the Judgment. The World reverse. The Stairway to the Light. So yeah, this has additional cards. So for me, this feels like, even if you are, because the Judgment for me, like, it feels like breakthroughs are happening, right? Breakthroughs are happening for you, and it's going to come from every which end. But with the World reverse, there could be some sense of not completing certain, I guess, like cycles, I would say. So try not to go too back and forth, kind of be more decisive, like more remembering your power, basically. Either way, like, you're gonna, there, the Stairway to Light is there, so it's like, don't revert back. Kind of just make sure that you're not, yeah, like, you're not going back to old ways, um because you start to like doubt yourself. Like, you see how she's still like, she's not really like sure, but she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go through that light. Like, she's still taking her steps, but like in her face is like, there is a glow, but there's also a little bit of hesitancy. So like, even if you're hesitant, just take the leap. All right, let's see. What's coming to our stress? The Tower is here. The Four, okay, wait. The Two of Swords, clarify with the Four of Swords. I feel like, to me, this feels like don't rush to make decisions if you're unsure. Like if you're confused and you're just like, I don't know what to do, it's okay to take time to rest. It's okay to like just not, again, don't make decisions unless you're 100% sure. To me, the Tower is more, it's like something that's happening like within you, like you're confused about something and they're saying don't make decisions. I'm also getting like whatever you decide, you're gonna find victory there. The Six of Wands to me also feels like, um again, like you're being praised. You're gonna be receiving some type of praise. What's coming towards Jess? Yeah, like the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like too, there's gonna be a major breakthrough in your like business or finances. I'm also seeing more stability coming through. You could also be receiving an offer of stability. Um, what more? See, I keep getting like thoughts. Thoughts are being like keep showing up with the Page of Pentacles. You're definitely gonna have moments where you're gonna need to get grounded, like however that is, whether it's music, whether it's whatever, because I do still see, I mean, you know, we're not perfect, I guess we should be claiming that though, but I feel like it's like you're gonna have moments where there's just so much success, and then you fall back and get in your head. um that's just like, I want to say like that's just the devil playing mind games. Oh wait, the Knight of Pentacles is here. I didn't even notice Knight of Pentacles was there, and then had the, I feel like it has to do with some things moving slow for you, that you're finding yourself like getting impatient. And you know, to me, like we discussed that, like when we just have to like be assertive, but also if you're in this place where you're getting overexerted, or you're like overthinking it because it's not moving the way that you want to, you got to just make sure that whatever thought you put into that per se, um that it's gonna work out in your favor and not the opposite way. Add Yami on the list, please. Just the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. um I feel like this is you going through some sense of growth, because I'm getting growth here with the Hermit, like inner wisdom, and but you're also receiving some type of yeah, I'm getting a lot of inner wisdom. You overall, you're gonna be feeling good. Like I see you feeling good. I see you doing good. Like the Queen of Pentacles is here, and like you know, she's very stable. She's very nurturing. So you're overall like you're gonna be doing good, and your finances look really good. With the Hermit and the Hierophant, I just kind of see you maybe needing to like sometimes just go within a little bit. However that looks for you, whether it's like meditating, whether it's like, I know you said the frequency, you listen to the frequencies, like whether it's that, maybe like adding that to like, it don't have to be your daily routine, right? But maybe like that should be like one of your go-to's, I would say. I don't know if that's your go-to like when you're feeling like a little anxious or like in your head, but I'm definitely getting like, go to like what you know works is definitely what the Hierophant is, right? It's like the wisdom that you already have. um it's just all about like, yeah, like what you already know works for you. Don't keep looking for things like new things, right? You know, sometimes we get caught up in like, let me find a new way to do stuff. No, the way you're doing it is fine. You just have to stay consistent is what I'm getting, and then just go back to like what you know works for you. I was just talking about this to somebody, like I was saying how um I just realized that I said I remember things by photos, like by seeing it, not necessarily photos, by seeing it. So in general, I'm a photo, like I have a photogenic memory. And I was like, that is why when I have like, I don't force visualizations. I've always said that. But when I visualize something like that comes up, I always get like I always get that same outcome. Like I'll have that same exact experience. Yeah, you just had to keep checking the chat, Lucky. Everybody, a few people are going through that. I went through that with one of my friends' channels too. I don't think you have to unsubscribe and resubscribe. You just have to like refresh it. Um, but yeah, so that's what I have with that. Let me get you some of the what's coming towards you. All right, let's see what's coming towards Jazz. What's coming towards Jazz? And remember, your body, like, this is something, like, our body has like muscle memory. Like, even like people that work out, like your that's why sometimes you have to even change medicine, or like you have to change like your workout routine, because your body starts to remember. And it like the thing with that is like more so like if you're trying to reach a different, like a higher goal. But if you're trying to stay like within that same goal and like accomplish that goal, then yeah, definitely, like I would say, go to like what's worked for you, instead of trying to find something new, because we're all so different. We're all built very different, we all process things very different, but your mind and like your body doesn't forget what worked before. So it's like, I think that is always like, you see a lot of stuff that comes up, and it's like, no, like, go back, keep it simple, go back to what your body remember, because your body is never gonna forget. And that's why you can never fuck up, like, even with like manifestation. You can't fuck it up, because you know your body remembers. So that's why when people say how they'll like have, I've seen like when I used to be in the groups, like where people have said like, yeah, I just like kind of just fell back, and like I stopped affirming for that thing. And after like 5 months I decided to affirm for it again, and then they like, it happened like that, is because maybe they regulated themselves, like the way they process things, or they just regulated their energy. And then now like their body remembered it. Like I saw somebody saying, and this was like, had to be like sometime last year, where she was saying like, after all those months of like, I think she was saying like, of affirming, scripting, but she was doing a bunch of stuff. She's like, as soon as I was like, fuck it, like whatever happens happens. And like not even a few days later, she got coming from her person, right? It was specifically about her person. And but I'm like, yeah, but you already had did all the work. That's why. You just learned to breathe. You just breathed for like a day or two, and then it came through. But that doesn't mean that all that work didn't work. It's just, it did. It was there. Your body remembered it. You just probably no longer felt like you needed to do it, because it was your first dominant thought was not the negative one. So yeah. So let's see. All right, you have your evolving, a family reunion, success after struggle, an unexpected invitation, an ex resurfacing. Someone is going to be expressing how they feel. Could be family member, friend, or romantic. A romantic connection deepening. More money options. Travel plans coming together. A joyful celebration. Financial security. Compliments about your looks and energy, and new job offer. Remember, I was getting like six, like you're getting also recognition coming up, like public recognition. You are welcome. All right, Yami, if you're here, go ahead and post. Look, a creative project taken off, and I said you're gonna be working on something. Oh my God, didn't I tell you in one of your readings you were gonna be meeting new people? And then you know what? Even when I gave you that reading, I'm like, where the fuck is Jess gonna meet new people? But you did on Twitter. Like, I remember when I asked that, like I was trying to get more, and they never said how. That's what I be saying. Like, it'd be the little random things. And you see how, like, when you don't overanalyze something, it just happens. I need to order something. I'm like hungry. I actually feel like a little nauseous. I'll be right back. When Yami comes in, you can tell her to post. I'll be right back. I'm back. Give me a second. All right. Hey, Jasmine. Hi, Yami. All right, let's see, Yami. Yo, I don't care how cold it is outside. I'm gonna drink cold ass water. All right, so let's see. What will Jeff's thoughts be once he sees my post? Oh, all right. What will Jeff's thoughts be? Can you guys can hear me, right? Oh wait, you can add Jasmine too. I'm well, Texas. Okay. Once he sees her post. Girl, are you posting a picture of yourself? If it's not, if, I mean, if it's not a post, if it's, fuck. If the post is not a picture of yourself, I feel like when you do go to post a picture of yourself, he's going to be, you know what I heard? I said feasting on that. The temperance. It is a picture of yourself. I freaking knew it because I saw, I don't know, I forget what card that is, but it was like, he had all this food on the table and like I heard feasting on that. So with the temperance, to me, it's like he's gonna be definitely analyzing it a lot. He's gonna take his time. He might even like save it to just like observe it, because I'm getting a lot of observing. He does like what he sees is what I'm getting with the Eight of Wands. This could also be like sexual energy, because remember I did get feasting on that. So show me more. The Seven of Wands. Show me more. Girl, this fucking guy. Give me one more. Yeah, exactly what I was getting. The Emperor. He is going to be feeling very like possessive over you. Like almost like, why is she posting this? Like who does she want her, like who does she want to see this picture? Like he's trying to, like, for me the Seven of Wands always talks about like protecting their territory, and the Emperor is here, so he is definitely acting very possessive over you. He's not trying to show it because I have the Emperor here, so it's not like he's gonna be like, what the fuck you doing? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does, if you were to be like, he kind of questioned something, but I'm getting more so like him being kind of like, it's, so I get two different energies for him. Like he's gonna be in that again, like possessive, like what the fuck are you doing, but also in like, yeah, that's all me. So yeah, possessive energy, like I said. Show me. Show me more. What are you gonna thoughts gonna be? What are your thoughts gonna be? The Page of Wands. The Magician, the Empress. Girl, he loves what he sees. I'm telling you, like, I feel like I'm getting a lot of horny energy. A lot of horny energy, and I feel like he's drooling. You guys are showing up as the Emperor and the Empress, so I also feel like not just like the sexual energy, but like just the chemistry that you guys have. If you see her, like she's like almost has like a gold dress on, is what it looks like. So she's there like a goddess, and I feel like that's how he looks at you. um I'm telling you, he is watching this picture. Look at the guy, like his mouth is open. Is his tongue out? Let me see. Yes, the tongue is out. I freaking knew it. Yo, he has his tongue out. I'm telling you. I would not be surprised if he, I'm getting like, yeah, handling his business to your picture, or even just the thought of you. Like, I get, yeah, very like nasty energy. The Page of Coins. You have the page. Was this the. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. I'm getting like. With the pages, I feel like there could be communication, but I'm getting a lot of observation. I'm getting observation, but for me, pages, no matter what deck I use, they always, to me, feels like communication. Um, the Page of Pentacles right here, the Page of Coins is showing, to me, I feel like he's not going to come towards you and be like, how do you say this? Like, overly sexual. If anything, I feel like he will hide that. Like, he's going to keep it respectful. Um, show me this Page of Pentacles. Show me the Page of Coins. All right, the Stairway to Light. Give me one more. I honestly feel like you may hear from him. Honestly, I feel like you may hear from him. That's too much. Give me one more. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, you see, I feel like you may hear from him. Girl, he loves what he sees, and I'm telling you, he feels like you're the total package. You're his perfect match. And if you even look at them, like, his card is darker than yours, so he may view you as like the light, like between you both. Like, you bring lightness while he's more of a, I wouldn't say like a dark person, like an evil person, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he's more, maybe like more stoic or like more serious. You're more light. You're more like out, like happy. Or joyful, I should say, because that's literally what I'm getting from here. Like, you're the light. And the Ten of Cups for me is always like that card of like divine love. um he may be looking at it and being like, why do I feel like that attachment to her? Yeah, like reserved, exactly. Like the Hangman. Why is the Hangman like this? The Two of Swords. Oh my god. Show me one more. Girl, the Strength. I'm telling you, I feel like he's going to be taking care of himself, and I feel like afterwards he's gonna be like feeling a little creepish, but you're showing up as like really strong and like very attractive to him. I feel like he's also like, I feel like there's a little bit of confusion within self, because he's probably like, what I get from him, honestly, like, why do I feel so attached to her? Like, why can't I let this go? Like the Five of Wands. Like, this is the one, that the card that flipped out at first, that tried to, where I heard feasting on that. You're gonna be on his mind heavy, 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 heavy. Like heavy. I feel like he may even get agitated if someone tries to like interrupt him. Like let's say he's at work or like he's around someone and like suddenly he finds himself like in deep thoughts about you. He may be a little aggressive if they interrupt him. He watches you a lot. Yeah, I feel like once he gets past this, because I feel like he's gonna get past that, like the overthinking too. He's gonna start thinking more about love. I feel like honestly, like I feel like whatever, like it's not just your picture I get. I feel like it's just you, like overall, like as the full package. Like you make him think about love, and maybe that's something that used to scare him, or is he still has fears when it comes to it. Um, but I feel like you kind of opened that door for him. So if he in the past, like in past connections, he felt like, um, like I'm not ready for a relationship. Like I don't really see myself getting married. Like I don't see myself, doing that kind of stuff. I don't know if he has kids or not, but like let's just say he doesn't. Like he never saw himself being a father. But I feel like you bring out those parts of him. And with the Page of Swords, there's a lot of curiosity around it. I feel like, so if you see this Page of Swords, you see the kid is like painting, and obviously it looks like he's in a museum, so he probably shouldn't be painting this. But what I'm getting from this is like he's repainting the way he sees things, especially when it comes to love. He doesn't, yeah, and I feel like he, for a while, he wasn't planning on having kids. So like you bring that side of him that makes him want to have those things, that makes him want to, like I said, repainting. I feel like it's repainting like the meaning to what family and relationship is. So if his family has always been chaotic, he's probably like been scared to bring a connection in because he doesn't want that. But then now he's like, you know what, I can actually change that. Like what the fuck am I doing? And like I said, you bring light to him. So it's like you kind of, for me, I feel like you balance out like that, him being too strict on people and like being reserved and being like acting like he is like this cold person on the outside, but he's really not. So yeah, that's what I have for you, love. I hope that was helpful. And like if you see this picture, like this Strength card, like she's bad as fuck. That's how I feel like he's seeing you. You're welcome. All right, Jess, it is your turn. One of my friends told me the other thing. She rampaged. Like I don't know if she knew what that was though. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyway, she was just like, fuck that. Like, no, this is what the fuck it is. And like, you're gonna fucking be doing da 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 da. Her husband even cooked dinner. I'm like, yo, do you see how, like, he never does, right? Like, do you see how like quickly like you just changed that dynamic? I'm like, see, everybody has your thing. All right, what do you need to know about your connection with Jay? Let's see. Let's see. I can't wait for January. I got like a lot of like, I have like my little plan for the members. Like we're gonna be on a 4-week program. I haven't had a Chick-fil-A lemonade in so long. The Page of Wands reversed. Oh. What does Jess need to know about her connection with Jay? Oh my God, Spirit just said call it a relationship. Let's see. The Five of Pentacles. I just heard don't overanalyze. Yeah, I feel like don't overanalyze. I think the confusion comes from the overanalyzing, or like it could be overthinking, or just kind of like what I'm getting to with the Page of Wands. Like, how can I put this? Let me grab this deck so I can just use. Clarify this Page of Wands reversed. Oh my God. The Hangman. Yeah, there needs to be a new perspective here. And you know what I feel like it is? It has to do with the past endings. Like, the past ending, like, I think that maybe you both are still, obviously, I mean, he's showing up the way that he is because of something that you could, I'm not saying that it's your fault, but remember, everybody is you pushed out. So I feel like there's something here that it feels almost like, how can I fucking put this? Like, almost, let me just make sure I'm putting this out correctly. Like, someone here, I'm gonna say you because you're the creator at the end of the day. Either you think of it as a process. There's something about thinking of it as a process and not an instant, something instant. So changing the way you see what's happening, or like what you're wanting, not what's happening, because what's happening, you don't need to give a fuck about it unless it's what you're wanting, right? So if it's not what you're wanting, um don't complicate it by, one, trying to fix it, and two, trying to find new ways. I don't know why that's showing up for you again. Finding new ways of doing it, because you're doing it correctly. You're just not staying consistent, if that makes sense. Also, for me, like the Hangman is always like a needing to, like, of letting go of waiting. So there's something, and it doesn't have to be like a strong story, but something in the background, or like how you see, whether it's manifestation or whether it's like just him in general, like, because you're asking about him, but I feel like it could be like overall, where you may think of it as a process. And when people think of it as a process, they think of it as, like, long term. Like, a process could be long and a process could be short. So don't think of it as a process, is what I'm getting. Because the victory is there. It just almost feels like we're still like, we're on this side of the tunnel instead of being on that side. Show me more. What does she need to know about the connection with him? The Star. Yeah, you see, that's your wish fulfillment. You're getting like everything that you're wanting. And I feel like something's coming up that's gonna bring you some sense of hope, right? Some sense of hope. I feel like too, if you want to look at things from a standpoint of like being hopeful that it's coming, but don't do it in a sense where it's like that's where you stay at. So like, I would say, like, and I feel like it's going back to like a call that I had with someone like maybe like 2 weeks ago, where she said that so she got what she was wanting from like the last SP course that I did, but she said too, like, she sometimes, for her, like, she, for the most part, she's like the Lulu, right, how we would say. But there's times where, like, her logical mind, when it questions things, she's like, no, like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep the faith that it is, right? So it's more about that, like having faith that even if you don't see it in front of you, like that it is gonna happen. Because you know, when we were spiritually asleep, because we're more spiritually awake now with like constantly manifesting, we were hopeful that something was going to work out for us, right? Unless you're like was a 1000% pessimistic person. But even if things, you know, you had a disagreement with your partner, you would most likely think like, it's all right, we're going to fix it. So like having that mindset too, like keeping the faith when it comes to your connection with him, that's something too here. Staying hopeful. I do feel like there is going to be something that comes up that's going to bring back more of that kind of energy. I feel like because you know how like we manifest, just it's not logical. Like manifestation is not logical, but our logical minds will try to find answers. Maybe you just need to find answers for that. When your logical mind kicks in, I don't know if it kicks in often, like just find something to give it, like, and just stick to it. Like the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles came out like this earlier, but with a different card on top, like together. There's something that I want to say like a daily practice. And we were talking about that in your last, because it's talking about a daily mission, or just kind of like, again, maybe there's a need to like focus like on other things, not necessarily just the connection. Show me, I want to clarify this real quick. Actually, I want to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Like the Five of Swords. And the Three of Swords. See, there's like still seeing some sense of separation here. You may have to look, like, you may have to, like, I don't know, how do you see, when it comes to, like, okay, let's just keep it logical, right? When it comes to, like, separation, how do you see separation, like, and timing? Just, how are you viewing it? Because it almost feels, like, dreadful. Like, it feels, like, painful. Because I'm getting, like, painful energy here. I feel like that's a part that you may have to repaint. Clarify the page of... Yeah, you see like the Queen of Swords is here. It's something with her logic. It's something with her logic that's keeping this... There's a gap here, because I could feel it, like, in the energy. Like, there's a gap. Or, like, you may be... I don't know how you... If you're looking at it from... like, if it's like... Not parts of you, but apart from you. There's something with distance here. Distance timing feels, again, painful and dreadful, and just and it has to do with your logic. Your logic, I feel like spiritually, like you're getting it. Logically, something is not clicking. Something, again, feels very apart from you. And it has to do with the timing and distance. So again, like, you have to find something. I don't know if you do, Just. If you have like a definition or like a meaning for timing that you kind of, or distance that you kind of like feel good about. But it has to do with your logical mind needing a response about it. Does that make sense, Just? Like, I'm asking you, but I'm not getting no responses, so I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what I'm getting. But there's something definitely with, like, when it comes to distance, and like it almost feels like, honestly, like agony. Like, it makes my stomach hurt. What else? The King of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting like he's waiting for the right timing. So there's definitely like I will say like right now when it comes to the connection with you and him, however you're viewing timing, he's seeing it in a way that I would say like waiting for the right timing. Like so he could be feeling like, no, I have to get all these things in order before I can come in. Right? Just it's just bad timing right now. Or he could be looking at it as like, whatever happens, whatever's meant to be, it'll be. Or let me just fall back a little bit. Let me make sure that when I come in, I have, again, like I'm just all the way 100% put together. So there is definitely, I would say, like when it comes to the connection with you and him right now, timing is what's keeping things where they're at. Um, that's definitely what I'm getting. Because I see him, again, he's waiting to make the right move. We're ending with the same card from earlier. He's waiting for the right move to make the right move, and the clock right here on on the desk caught my eye. So he's waiting for right timing. So there's a need to change however you look at timing. Like I said, I don't feel like it's spiritually that you need it, like, or conscious, like, you're subconsciously, but there's something that logically is fucking you up. Is how I could put it. So that is what I have for you, Jess. All right, thank you, Yvette. You'll be after Texas. So, Jasmine, let me know if you are here. Yvette, if you're here, you can go ahead and post. Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, what is this relative BT perception on connection and mean? You're wanting to know what this relative BP's perception is of you. I'm sorry. There's your your message is a little confusing. You're wanting to know what BP's perception of you is. Like I'm just, yeah, that's a little confusing to me. Okay, I just, can you just post your question? I don't really like to get too much information because it kind of can mess up the energy. Well, I wouldn't say mess up the energy, but I just don't like to have information. I like to look at things from a clean slate because that's your perception of how you're seeing things. But yeah, what is, you're wanting to know her perception of you? Like I'm just trying to understand that, like your question in general. BP relative percent. So it's BP's relative of connection with me. That's what I'm not understanding. Just, is this question making sense? Am I like, I'm trying to make sense of this. S- Just BP relative perception of connection with me. Yeah, I'm just you're, I don't know if you're adding too many words. Like who is BP? Who is the relative? Who is the what connection are we looking into? So you're just wanting to know BP's perception of you. Cause I'm confused. You're putting connection. What is the whose connection? BP relative. Okay. So just be of connection with me. So you're just wanting to know what's her like. You just wanted to know what's her perception of you. That's it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just that's why you gotta be straightforward with spirit. You don't need, that's just a lot. And the clearer your answer, your question is, the clearer you can get a response. That was just like very confusing the way that was written. The Seven of Wands. You know what? I'm gonna use a different deck actually. Yeah, that happened to me on somebody else's channel. The King of Pentacles. The Four of Cups. This Drum card. I feel like she feels like you're protective of your, not just your energy, but like of your life in general. Because the King of Pentacles, you're showing up as the King of Pentacles, so she's viewing you as like very protective, like very also very disconnected is what I'm getting with the Strength. Is like you're holding, again, very protect. The main thing I'm getting here is protective energy. I feel like, show me something. She contemplates a lot. Like she wants you, she definitely wants access to you for sure. Show me more. The Nine of Cups. Yeah, like I feel like she wants some type of recognition from you, or whether it's you like talking to her, acknowledging her, interacting with her. Like I feel like it was almost like I crave this, like she's craving attention, craving attention from you, and it brings her fulfillment. So like, how can I put this? Like it gives very weird vibes. Like it gives like, it's almost like, all right, how I could put it is like you're the popular girl and like she wants to be a part of your circle. Because like, I don't know why I was picturing like Mean Girls. She wants to be a part of your circle. Like she wants to be your friend. Like she wants to be a part of your life. Like it feels desperately. And she definitely does watch you with the Hangman here. And she like, I feel like she contemplates her moves. Yeah, like the Four of Pentacles, she sees you hold back. You know what? I feel like I would definitely be careful with this energy, only because she takes pauses and like she creates like reasons to interact with you. She definitely, like, I feel like she's always thinking of a master plan. Like, so let's just say I keep thinking of I keep seeing like Mean Girls high school. Like let's just say her locker was on the other side, right? Or like where she could walk through the other, like, you know, the other hallway. She doesn't have to walk through where you're at. But she decides to like walk towards your side. So like let's just say, all right, so there's two ways. She could go this way or this way. Well, and your locker is this way, or your locker is this way. Like she'll decide to go that way to get to, you know, where hers is at. Hope that makes sense, is what I'm getting. So like purposefully, this could even be like being at places where you're at just to interact. Yeah, she sees you as guarded. And I feel like, show me this Four of Pentacles. The King of Cups. What is this? Yeah, girl, I would not, because I'm asking, like, what are the hidden feelings here? We're getting the Devil. So, I don't really feel like she cares, like, too much for you, but she still wants to, I feel like she just wants to know your business. Honestly. Honestly, that's what it gives to me. And she tries to take control of this connection, like this situation. So this could be her, like, even telling people stuff about you to make you look like the bad person and her the good like, yeah, see, like, she's going to, like, and I feel like she goes to, like, people, like older people. I don't know if this is older people or like people that have a lot of wisdom, that they're like, yeah, whatever, like, that's not true. Like, I feel like whoever she, like, goes to is like, nah, that's definitely not true. The World. Yeah, she does. Yeah, and I feel like she, if she has not done that, I wouldn't be surprised if she does that, like, where she shows up where you're at. Like, purposely. Yeah, you're being told to, like, guard your energy, kind of close out that cycle with her. I wouldn't necessarily trust her. I wouldn't, show me the World card. She gives me the ick. Oh my God. Yeah, you have good, like, new stuff coming. This is like a side message. Like, you have, like, a financial opportunity, like something you've been manifesting coming in, that's gonna put you, like, really out there. Because the Empress is here. Again, it's something you've been working on, something you've been manifesting, like, however you manifest. That is definitely going to bring more of this attention from her, or even from people in general. And with the Nine of Wands, like, you're going to need to, like, guard yourself. Yeah, there's new opportunities coming in for you. I feel like she be gossiping. I'm telling you, I get that energy. She gossips, but whoever she's telling, they don't believe her. And she knows they don't. Look at the Nine of Swords there. She's childish. How old is she? I don't know why. I get like she stirs the pot and then, like, she goes skipping down the block like nothing happened. Yeah, the sun is here though. I get childish energy with this Fool in the Sun. I get, like, yeah, like, childish energy. Um, and I'm gonna tell you something. I feel like this person, like, who, like, it's not just with you. Like, she finds joy in, like, people hurting. Like, she finds joy in people hurting, and I think that she kind of does this to multiple people. I don't know if she has a lot of friends or not, because to me it feels like a loner. Or maybe she feels like that way inside, but I get literally, like, she finds joy in other people's, yeah, like, turmoil. Something is not mentally right with her. And I don't diagnose people, but she gives me, like, again, something mentally, running her mouth. She's 32. Yeah, that's too grown. But you know what? First cousins, like, I've had my own experiences with first cousins that I grew up with, that I don't talk to them because I'm like, this is toxic. Like, I do not want, like, any type of toxic, karmic, nothing relationships, whether it's family or not. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I would just be like, if you have to, like, interact with her, like, I will only interact with her when I need to, but I would definitely, like, yeah, keep things to yourself. Yeah, it's just, yeah, like it gives evil spirited, like very dark, like the type that will do anything to get her way, and it's just, ugh. But yeah, you have some like new opportunities coming up, so I would definitely like keep that to myself, not just from her, but from people in general. I hope that was helpful. All right, Jasmine, are you here? And we could close out, just my bad. I'll be back later. You're welcome. All right, you wanted messages from H, right? Was it orange? Yeah, orange. All right, let's see. What does H want to say to Jasmine? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They're making so many updates that it's like, what the heck? What do you want to say to Jasmine? Okay. All right. I'm going to take those. I really love your super wild side. Be my little freak. Oh my God. I think he is. He might be in a frisky energy for those to come out together. Oh. Be mine. He's like definitely yearning for you. I'm trying to numb my pain. I really had it all with you. Replaying the last time I saw you. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Oh my God. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why he's making me smile. I pick you any day. I'm up at night worrying about us and our whole future. Quality time with you. Yeah, he wants to be like, he feels like y'all need a face to face. You make me forget all of my problems. We have a true soul connection. I wish you would unblock me. I don't think you haven't blocked. I leave clues to tell you how I feel. Oh. I'm trying to find my way back to you. Yeah, I feel like he's like whatever guards or like fears he's had, like worries, like he's letting them go. Give me subtle hints that show me you're still interested. Now you could do that telepathically. Yeah, I feel like he's like letting go of whatever um like whatever fears. I feel like he's like, yeah, like letting the guards down is what I'm getting, and feeling good about you. So like if he tends to like go back and forth with like the good and the bad, I don't really feel like he's thinking about the bad right now. He's thinking more about the good, not just sexually, but like in general. So that's good. Yeah, I feel like he's letting things dissolve, like the negative dissolve, or it's dissolving. Yeah, because he's gonna feed off of you. So that's, I'm saying he is, but it's really you. You're creating that there. Yeah, you're more open. Yeah, I just feel like something that I did with like with two girls that I did like one-on-one coaching. Well, I did a session with sisters, right? Like they did the SP course, but it was just with them too. Cause I did the SP course with a group, and then I did it with them too. Like I did like a one-on-one with them basically, and I was telling one of them, like she's had like a really rough like year, um and like she told me, like she's like, yo, like as soon as like we did the SP course, like she's like, I just literally, like I was like, fuck it, like I can't keep thinking about the fucking past the way that I've been thinking about it, because obviously that's what's happening. Like that's what's kind of like keeping me stuck. And she said like just within days, like she just noticed, like not just like from her person, because they're still together, like they're together, but there's just, it's just been chaotic. But she said even with her, like she's like, girl, I don't even really think about the past. Like, and I was like, yeah, it's like you make a choice, because you have a fucking choice. We all do, we all have a choice. And I've been there too. That's why I can relate, because there's been times where like something negative from the past has come up, and I'll literally tell myself like, we can't entertain this, right? Like we just cannot entertain this at all. And then I'll sit there and be like, let me just entertain it one more time because I have something to say. And it's like sometimes you have to really just shut the fuck up and not pay attention to, not feed that old story, because that's really what it is. And I, like I said, I can admit, but we have a choice. And I'll literally sit there and be like, all right, I know I shouldn't be entertaining this. Like, then I'll be like, fuck it, like one last time. But then one last time becomes one more time, and then one more time, and then one more, and it doesn't ever become literally finality. You just have to make a choice. Just like when you wake up, you're gonna make a choice. Like I was talking about this when it comes to like depression. Like I look at depression just like I look at, people that are like drug addicts, right? Or even like alcoholics. It comes down to a choice. Like you cannot force somebody out of depression. And I think that a lot of times people will be like, check on your strong friends. But I'm like, even when you do check up on people, they don't always tell you something is wrong. So it's like you personally, as a human being, you have to personally decide, like, am I going to fucking lay in this bed all day again today? Or like, whatever. Or am I gonna get up and try to at least move my body? So yeah, that to me is always there. Everything is a choice that we make. And I remember when I went into therapy, I literally was like, yo, I am tired of feeling upset, and I'm tired of reliving same situations. And at the time, like I had already knew about law of assumption, but it was just, I was just so down. This is before I had my channel. Um, that I was like, I like, even I wasn't even really practicing law of assumption at the time. But yeah, I was like, I have to get out of this funk. Like I have to figure out. And I also don't want to figure out like some little deeper issues. But then as as I started to feel good about therapy, like I got back into law of assumption. And it's all you. It's a choice. But I made that choice that morning to reach out to actually one of my old coworkers. um because she was a psychologist, and she actually was in New Jersey. She sent me this website. The rest is history. But it's a choice. Like we have to make choices that whether we're gonna entertain bullshit stories, like, the past no longer exists. It's already, the only thing that exists is the memory of it. Um so yeah. It's a choice. We have to stop entertaining the past in order to get what we want now. As a safety net, yeah, that's your ego. That's your ego. Our ego is always going to protect us. People have made ego. The word ego, if you look it up, is so much bigger than what we've learned, right? Like, usually people be like, oh, he's in his ego, like he being cocky, like, or like, whatever. But ego is literally our human body, our conscious mind trying to protect us, or like even our, yeah, even like, just, if you want to think spiritually, it's just your human body trying to protect you from past experiences, but you can experience different things. So our ego is just there to protect us. And it does it with like even good things. Like even with like when bad things show up, like it's protecting us. If ego was a bad thing, it would only protect us when it comes to like good. Right? Like, or it would block us from the good. But it actually protects us when, bad things are happening too. So yeah, we just have to make a choice. Like, it really just comes down to that. And just remember that I think that, like, too, like I was talking about this earlier, like looking at things as a process is just not it. Like, I forget who I was talking to this week. It was one of my friends, and like, um we were like joking around and stuff. She's like, yeah, like, wait until you get married, like you're gonna be like, what the fuck, he gets on my last nerve. I said, she's like, cause he gonna be getting on your, and I said, oh no, that is your beliefs, girl, those are not my beliefs at all. Yeah, that's what I was telling just earlier. Like, before we know about conscious manifesting, we will be excited about what's coming, right? Like, if like we thought of a plan or thought of something we wanted to do, we would be excited. We would be hopeful. So that's a good way to look at it. Just don't look at manifestation as a process. Yeah, I feel like 2026 is gonna be like a turnaround year for everybody. Like, I usually don't really get into like like collective energy stuff, but when they come from spirit, I just whatever. I knew for whatever reason that 2025 would be a little rougher. Um, and it wasn't something that someone told me. I just had, like, you just kind of still have an intuition. Um, Maybe I should not have fucking like, you know, um, focused on it. Maybe I focused on that too much. But I genuinely feel like 2026 is going to be like definitely a turnaround year, like, for the good. Yeah, 2026 is our year, just for sure. You know what it was too? I ain't gonna lie. I started reconnecting with negative ass people. I'm gonna tell you something. I reconnected with some negative ass people towards the end of December, like December of last year, and I'm telling you, like, all hell broke loose right after that. And literally, like, this is the, like, how you're saying 26 hour year, but you're like saying it like it's gonna be our year, like we're gonna, like, how when we say sometimes just like, yo, next month is gonna be a good ass month, and it just be like the most magical month. Well, no, this person will be like, she'll be like, Yeah, I've been saying like this is gonna be our year for how long, and everything's gone bad for us. And I had to tell her, I'm like, no, it hasn't. Like, not for me. Like, I generally say like 2025, 2024 was one of the best years I've ever had in my life. Like, it really was. Like, when people were posting stuff like this year, like, taught me this, or like, and I'm like, yeah, I can't relate to this. And even this year, like, I'm like, yeah, I really can't relate to some of this stuff. Like, it ain't as bad as people, like, you know what it is too. I think from having clients, I have a few clients that are like, they have some type of cancer. Like, I have a few clients that people's, passed away. I know people personally that passed away. It's like, life is really, some people just, honestly, some people look at life being bad just because the guy did not text them back. It's like, bruh, life is really not bad. Like, it's really not. It's only as bad as we make it seem. Or like, life is hard because they didn't hear from their person. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out, y'all. I'll come back. I'm gonna come back on later, but I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna eat. I know that's right, Jasmine. Listen, I did my little vision board. I only did it because I want to have something on my phone, just to remind myself of what my goals are. That's really what it is. Not even this, just to remind myself of what I already have. Um, so not necessarily a vision board to create, but more of a vision board to remember. So I will see you guys. And I have a bunch of stuff on there. Maybe I'll do a live where, yeah, maybe I'll do a live on it.